She had almost cancelled. Again. It was a grey Saturday morning when Harper stood at her window, coffee in hand, staring at the clouds that refused to move. The city was too loud, her thoughts too heavy. After a string of disappointing dates and an even more disappointing past relationship, the last thing she wanted was another stranger with a well-rehearsed smile and empty conversation. But her best friend, Tasha, had insisted, just one coffee. What's the worst that could happen? She checked her reflection in the mirror one last time. Soft curls tucked behind her ears, minimal makeup, casual but cute. Just enough to say I care but not I'm desperate. Still, she almost backed out as she walked out the door. The cafe was quiet, tucked in a cozy corner near the park. She arrived 5 minutes early, ordered a latte, and sat near the window. She had just started scrolling through her phone when she heard the door chime. Then she saw him. He walked in looking slightly out of breath, his coat half off his shoulder, a diaper bag slung across his chest. And in his arms was a baby. A baby. Harper, he asked, slightly flushed, with a sheepish grin. Sorry I'm late. Harper blinked, unsure whether to laugh or run. You brought a baby? He nodded, adjusting the tiny child in his arms. This is Mia. I'll explain. Just, can I sit? Against her better judgment and 1,000 warning bells, she nodded. As he sat across from her, carefully placing the baby carrier on the ground, Harper couldn't stop staring. The baby, maybe 6 months old, was awake, bright-eyed, and holding onto his finger with utter trust. I know this isn't what you expected, he began, brushing a hand through his hair. My name's Elijah. And no, she's not mine. Not, exactly. Harper raised an eyebrow. You're going to have to explain that one. And so he did. Elijah had been fostering Mia for the last 3 months. She was the daughter of his late sister, who had died unexpectedly in a car crash. Mia's father wasn't in the picture, and the state had given Elijah temporary custody while the legal process worked itself out. He hadn't planned to keep her, but, the moment he held her, something changed. She doesn't have anyone else, he said softly, eyes on the sleeping baby. And I didn't think I could do it. I'm a single guy with a demanding job. I didn't plan for this. But now, I can't imagine letting her go. Harper listened, her heart thawing with every word. They sat there for hours. Talking. Laughing. Crying. Harper shared about her past relationship, the man who had promised forever but left when things got hard. The years she spent healing. The walls she built. And the loneliness she never admitted to anyone. That one coffee date turned into 3 more over the next week. Then walks in the park with Mia nestled between them. Then evenings where Harper stayed late, helping Elijah with bottles and lullabies, learning how to swaddle a fussy infant and how to fall in love all over again. But it wasn't all easy. Elijah struggled with doubt, was he really enough to raise a child? Could he balance work, fatherhood, and a budding relationship? Harper battled fear. Was she just another temporary part of someone's life? Could she open her heart again, especially with a child involved? One night, everything came crashing down. Elijah got a call. Mia's paternal grandparents wanted custody. People Mia had never met. Strangers. But blood. Harper found him sitting in the dark, silent tears streaking his face. I'm going to lose her, he whispered. You don't know that, Harper said, kneeling beside him. She's not mine, Harper. I love her more than anything, but love doesn't always win. Harper held his hand tightly. Then we fight. For her. Together. They hired a lawyer. Gathered testimonies. Filed papers. 4 weeks, life was courtrooms and case files, interviews and sleepless nights. But they did it. Elijah won permanent custody. And the day the judge announced his decision, Elijah didn't go to work. He didn't go home. He drove straight to Harper's apartment. Mia in his arms. And with a trembling voice, he said, I don't know what the future holds. But I know I can't do it without you. Neither of us can. Tears slipped down Harper's cheeks as she reached for them both. 3 years later, on a sunlit morning in the same cafe where it all began, Harper sat with a ring on her finger, a sleepy toddler in her lap, and a heart fuller than she'd ever dreamed. All because she said yes to just one coffee. And he walked in with a baby, and a secret that changed everything.